Hey guys, it's Ali again, and we are demystifying real estate. One of the topics that has been super hot for me has been these, what I'm calling 7 tips for successful renovation. Now, I would have loved to tell you, you know what, I read this book somewhere and I went to this school to learn all this stuff. No, I've lost tons of money learning the hard way, and I just don't want you to replicate my mistakes. So here are 7 tips for successful renovation / rehab on your fix and flips. The first is this: double the number. Whenever a general contractor gives you a number, whether that's time or cost, and let's say they say, hey, this is going to take 2 weeks and it's going to cost 10 grand. In your mind, I want you to double that number. Oh, it's going to be 4 weeks and 20 grand. And somewhere along the line, when the dust settles, it'll probably be the number, the actual number will be between what they told you and what's in your mind. Now, I don't want you to race out of here and be like, oh, this is so awesome. Every time you tell me a number, I'm going to double it. No, that's just something to have in your brain so that you're kind of managing your own expectations. Number 2 is this: documentation. You need to get evidence of them being licensed, bonded, and insured. Don't just take their word for it. You need documentation. Number 3, never take the lowest or the highest bid. Well, it's obvious why you wouldn't take the highest bid, but you don't want to take the lowest bid because you don't want them to kind of metaphorically get you in bed with them and then have all these change orders so that down the line you'll end up spending more than that initial highest bid. So don't take the lowest bid, don't take the highest bid. Number 4, and this is a big one, and I get a lot of pushback on this, but let me explain. Pay them by the hour, not by the job. Because if you can identify how many hours it will take to complete a job, then you can get really crystal clear on the scope of work, so they're not padding in a ton of profit by charging you by the job. Number 5, this one's obvious. Get a breakdown between material and labor. That is huge. You need to know that detail, by the way, for tax purposes as well. Number 6 is, and this is another big one, but even if you can, don't do rehab yourself. You want to focus on $1,000 to $5,000 an hour work, and you want to outsource $25 to $50 an hour work. Don't do rehab yourself, even if you can. And then finally, put penalties and rewards in your contracts with your general contractors for late / early work. That will help, that will hold them accountable, and it will also send the signal that you're really serious about making sure that the project is completed on time or before time, which never happens, by the way. If you guys have any questions on this, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks.